And hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is your NFL guru, Neal, back to bring you week 2 predictions. So, last week, week 1 was pretty solid. Got 10-6. That's pretty good. I mean, that's playoff-worthy record right there. So, pretty solid. A lot of upsets I don't think anyone expected, but it was a very solid week, especially started with last Thursday night itself. Carolina-Denver, I don't think anyone expected that. But this week is going to be a great one. Last week had a ton of close games, so let's hopefully see a very intense week 2 as well. Let's get started. First of all, the Jets at the Bills on Thursday Night Football. And I am going to take the Buffalo Bills in their hometown to beat the Jets. Rex Ryan coaches a great defense this game. Shady McCoy runs a lot. I'm going to say 23 or 24 carries for about 115, 120 yards. But he gets the bulk load. The Bills win this game. Saints at the Giants. This is going to be a shootout. I'm going to go with the Giants. Fantasy-wise, if you have Victor Cruz, Sterling Sheppard, and of course Odell, you start those guys. And next, we got the Cowboys at the Redskins. I'm going to take the Redskins in this one. I think they're going to be great. Start Kirk Cousins this game. I think he's also going to have a good game. He's going to rebound after last week. So go ahead and start him. He's pretty disappointed after that Pittsburgh performance, you can tell. I think the Redskins win this one against a rookie quarterback in Dak Prescott. Dolphins at the Patriots. This is going to be a close one, you guys. Very close one. But I'm going to take the Patriots in this game. I mean, that's kind of a given. But don't be so quick to count out the Dolphins. I think it's going to be a very close game. Jarvis Landry is going to blow up this game. He's going to have a great game. The Bengals at the Steelers. I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers. Man, they look strong with D'Angelo Williams. Antonio was incredible last whole week. So look for the Pittsburgh Steelers to win this game. I think they're going to handle the Cincinnati Bengals. 49ers at the Panthers. I'm going to take Carolina in this one. I think they get the revenge. I think they blow out the 49ers. This is my blowout of the week. The Panthers win almost 42-14 or 42-20. 49ers beat a very weak Rams team. I predicted the 49ers to win last week, which is correct, but I think the 49ers are in for a long season this year. So look for Carolina to really beat them up. You can start guys like Devin Funchess and Ted Ginn and feel confident knowing you will get fantasy points with those players. Ravens at the Browns. I'm going to take the Baltimore Ravens in this one. The Browns looked awful. Look for the Ravens to win this game. I'm rooting for the Browns. I like the way Hughes coached up that team. It's just unlucky they had RG3 with the season-ending injury, but injury reserve, but I mean likely season ending. I don't think he's going to come back and play that much. It is his non-throwing shoulder, but still, I don't see the likelihood he plays much at all this season. I think he's done. They're going to go with McCown here, but I think the Baltimore Ravens win this one. Steve Smith's also a good player to play. Titans at the Lions. I'm going to take Detroit in this one. I think they're going to win this game. This was a hard one for me, a very hard one, but I think it's going to be pretty close. I'm going to take Detroit in this one to beat Tennessee. The Chiefs at the Texans. That Chiefs-Chargers game last week was really, really, really good. But I'm going to take the Texans in this one. I think they start 2-0, and they beat the Chiefs as the Texans hold their whole ground in Houston. Seahawks at the Rams. Yes, the Seahawks didn't look great against Miami, but their defense held, and look for them to play even stronger this week with Rawls starting for the Seahawks. I think Seattle plays very well, and the Seahawks win this game. At the LA Rams, might I add. Remember, we got to start at saying LA now. No more St. Louis. Buccaneers at the Cardinals. I'm going to take the Cardinals in this one. I think Palmer and his Bird gang go off. They have an incredible game. Look for Michael Floyd to catch a touchdown. John Brown to get a touchdown. David Johnson to get a pair. Gresham too. I mean, it's going to be very favorable towards the Cardinals. The Cardinals win this one. The Jaguars at the Chargers. This is a hard one, but I'm calling the upset. The Jaguars win this game. Bortles tosses a few touchdowns here. They march into San Diego. Win this one. Falcons at the Raiders. Wow, that Raiders-Saints game was something else. Watched it from start to finish. It was very, very close. The Saints defense is awful, but man, their offense looked good against the Raiders. So the Raiders got to fix their defensive issues immediately. But man, oh man, did their offense look strong. Derek Carr, something else, man, the amount of guts it takes for Jack Del Rio to call that 2-point conversion to win the game, you rarely see that. It's so hard to beat the New Orleans Saints in the Superdome, and wow, they pulled it off, so I'm taking the Raiders to beat the Falcons in their home opener, and the Raiders start 2-0 for the first time a long time. I think it's been since Rich Gannon in 2003. It's been a while, so we'll see how that goes. Colts at the Broncos. This is my upset of the week, and I'm taking the Colts in this game to beat Denver at Denver. They're going to go 1-1, so is Denver. And I think this is a good upset of the week call because Colts tend to play Denver very well. I've noticed luck always shows up against that Denver team, regardless of Manning being on that team or not. He always plays well. Look for the Colts to win this game, and what is my upset of the week? Now we get to Sunday Night Football, and I'm taking the Packers to defeat the Vikings, even though it's in Minnesota. The Packers are going to win. This is going to be a close one. I'm going to say 26-18. Green Bay wins this one. It's going to be heavy running. We're not going to expect this, but a lot of running in this game. Look for Lacey and AP to get a lot of handoffs. But I'm taking the Packers to win this one. And finally, we have Monday Night Football. And I am taking in an Eagles at Bears matchup the Chicago Bears to win this game at Soldier Field. Look for Jeremy Langford to play well. The young defense is going to get to Carson Wentz. He's not going to know what hit him this week. Look for the Bears to win this game on Monday Night Football. It's going to be a great one. So you guys watch that. Though it seems not that great, I'm telling you right now that Eagles-Bears game is going to be good. But the Bears are going to win this one. I'm going to go 31-21 Bears in this one. And now we go to fantasy. Quarterback to start, Eli Manning. He's going to go off against that Saints defense. Enough said. Quarterback to sit, Jameis Winston. He's facing Arizona defense, who's angry this week. Don't start Winston. Running backs to start, Lamar Miller and David Johnson. Okay, Lamar Miller is going to play very well for Houston this week, and David Johnson is going to play very well for Arizona, especially playing Tampa Bay, like revenge game, or vengeance type of game right there. They're upset that they lost. I think David Johnson plays well. Running backs to sit, Spencer Ware. I know people aren't that high on him, but at the same time, he had a great game last week, but I think you should sit him this week. He's not worth the start against that Houston defense. And sit Carlos Hyde. The 49ers are going to be passing most of the game. They're going to be losing most of the game, right? So it's not worth it starting Carlos Hyde at all this game. Wide receivers to start Jarvis. Landry. He's going to be heavily targeted against the Patriots. And start Alshon Jeffrey. He's going to be great on Monday night. Sit Eric Decker. I know he had a touchdown last week, but I'm not confident in him this week. And sit Jeremy Maclin. Yeah, he's a heavily targeted tight end, but wide receiver. But I think Travis Kelce is going to be more involved against Houston. So speaking of tight ends, start Travis Kelce. I think he's going to be a great start this week. Sit Erick Ebron. I don't think he's worth it. Tennessee's pretty decent at covering the tight ends, so don't start Ebron. The defense to start the Carolina Panthers. They're going to dominate the Niners. The defense to sit the 49ers. Yeah, they had a great week last week, but I said they'd have a great week last week. They're going to be horrendous this week. So I would sit the 49ers defense and not start a single 49ers player this week. Be aware of that. Kickers, start Blair Walsh. He's going to have a great game this week against the Packers. They're going to kick a lot of field goals. Not many touchdowns, but a lot of field goals. Blair Walsh is a start. Sit Sebastian Janikowski. The Raiders are going to be getting a lot of touchdowns. At most, this guy will be getting extra points. You saw the way the Raiders went for 2-point conversions 3 times last game, converted twice out of those 3 times. I would definitely sit Sebastian Janikowski and start another kicker instead of him. I mean, I think Blair Walsh is good. You can also roll with other AFC West kickers as they have great matchups this week. So there you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed watching this video of the NFL Week 2 predictions from your NFL guru. And I hope you guys enjoy watching this week of football. It's going to be a great one. Have a good one, you guys.